Alright guys, we are back. Super excited for this one. Big package came from Magic Components, so we'll take a look. So yeah, I don't know if you guys saw it, but they recently posted it up on their Instagram. It's a 90s mountain bike frame, kind of sample frame, but they said pre-orders could be happening soon. So yeah, they sent one over and we can have a look at it. Alright, so this is what was in the box. We got the frame, Magic Components frame, and we'll take a look at that. I'll unwrap that. A box, we'll crack that open, and then a little poster as well. So yeah, just unwrapping here. It was pretty well packed. Each of the tubes were protected. Here's yeah, the logo is called the Wizard frame. Pretty sick. All right, here it is. Here's the frame. Super sweet. Go through the head tube. So the head tube looks pretty sick. Has a little logo in there. You can see the paint overall. It's kind of like this squiggly yellow and black paint. Almost like a smoke type of deal. Maybe more squiggly, I guess. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. I've got the Magic Components logo here on this side. Got the Wizard logo on this side. And then the mounts, we got bottle mounts, down tube, seat tube, and another one here. It's so cool that it comes with the bolts as well. Up here, all bolts, so you don't have to worry about boss bolts. And then even here for the top Faru, all Farus here, all provided. And this also kind of reminds me of the old Diamondbacks that has the 3 on the top, which is pretty sick. 3 cables, so you got 2 gear cables and a brake cable gone through there. Pretty rad. Here you got the integrated seat clamp. So yeah, integrated seat clamp right there. Just has a nut on the other side. Just like that. And then it has this kind of wishbone stay. I don't know if you noticed, but it's kind of similar to what I've seen on his old Giants. They had wishbone stays. But this actually looks a lot wider. This bit looks wider, so you get more clearance. And then this looks slightly thinner, so it's a little bit more elegant. I think it suits the frame a bit better. And then here's the chain stays. They flare out a little bit. Again, tons of clearance here. Got a hole here for a fender mount. Here, I don't know if I mentioned, got the seat stay mount, wishbone mount, put on a rack or something. Front mech goes down there, and then reed over there. And down here it's got the canty bolts. So yeah, cantilever, classic 26er. And then it's got a few more mounts at the bottom. It's got this one and this one, so you could run a fender and a rack. But yeah, it provides the bolt as well. And yeah, what's cool about this frame, I don't know if you seen it on the internet or whatever, it comes with removable dropouts, so you can do geared or single speed depending on what you want. And I think that's super cool because sometimes you want to switch things up, and if you don't want to buy a whole new frame, it can be quite difficult, where this has 2 options. You can do both. But yeah, overall sick. Also, like, I don't know, for people that have been watching for a while, yellow frames are super hard to get, yeah, in the retro market or the vintage market. But it's sick that they brought this out in yellow with, yeah, this kind of cool paint style. Haven't really seen that before. I've only seen it more of a smoky one. Maybe it's been done before, but Yeah, with the yellow and the black is pretty cool, so it's not just bright yellow in your face. But yeah, I'll get it in the light and just show you guys, because I think it's worth showing the paint in the light. And just one more thing before I go in the light. It's got these gussets, so you got top and bottom. I kind of known this from the volume thrashers that I used to ride, but it makes it extra strong, so you can probably do jumps and stuff on it and it'll be a bit stronger versus without the gussets. Here's just the bottom. Yeah, just got the paint on the bottom, got the bottle mounts, and down here it's got the bottom bracket with the serial number over here, and then I think this is just a drainage hole. All right, super hot today, but here it is in the sun. Don't know if you can see, maybe it's better on this side. Yeah, super sick. That'll give you a little taste of what the yellow looks like. This is like a brown, and then it has like I guess like a caramel color around the brown with the white outline, of course. Here's the Magic Components logo. It's just on one side on this one. You can see right there. And overall feels pretty light as well. I'll see if I can weigh it. I just have a little scale, but yeah, I'll try to give it a weigh. All right, here it is. I still have, I guess, these things in there, so I take a couple of grams off for that, and I think that's it, but not touching the ground, you can see. So yeah, it's 2192 grams. So yeah, just over 2 kilos. Pretty light. All right, so let's check out what's in the box, because I think the dropouts are probably in the box. So yeah, let's open that up. A mountain bike poster. All right, I think this is the Magic Components fork. I'm pretty sure it's the same one. I got sent an earlier one that I use on my dad bike, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it's the same one. Super sick looking. It looks a little bit more tapered for some reason, but maybe I'm just tripping. But yeah, I'll measure it. I'll take a look at the one and then have a look. But yeah, came with boss bolts, which mine, the original Magic Components one, mine didn't. So I'm wondering if this is a version 2 or it just goes with this frame. But either way, super sick. It does look slightly tapered for some reason. Good looking fork though, that's for sure. Here are the forks. You can see I wasn't actually tripping. It actually is more tapered towards the bottom. So yeah, the one that's on the black is called the Magic Components ATB fork. But yeah, if it's anything like that one, it's going to be super strong, super reliable. I logged a lot of kilometers on it, and it's, yeah, gone good. All right, I think these are the dropouts. So this looks like the geared one with the hanger. Take it out the pack. And these are the single speed ones. Super sick. Yeah, it kind of has like a matte finish to it and a little cutout here, but just for weight saving. Comes with the bolts, flat on the other side. And I assume this one would be the same type of material. Yeah, just kind of like matte type of finish. And yeah, like drilled out. So cool. Cool little knickknacks and stuff. You know, cap. I need to look up what this says. It's cool. Give me all-terrain mountain bike meeting. Head shock. Cool little badge. Meeting at Akigasi Forest. Bike Law 14. I think probably for the club. Little Crumbworks ruler. That's pretty cool actually. You ever like need to measure stuff? Handy to have. Yeah, you never know. Instead of going, it's about this. Crumb sticker, Ninja Star, Crumb Cycles. Got the Allen key, wrench there, and Presta valve. Little cap. Classic sticker, and yeah, OG sticker here. Another OG sticker. Very cool. Alright, we'll weigh up the fork. Alright, fork is 13.26. I do have that plastic bit on the end. Alright, 13.02. Took that off, took the brake bosses off, and took the little cap on. And it's a full steerer, so if you cut it off, probably save you another 50, 100 grams. But yeah, pretty good. Here it is with fork on. Obviously, it's the angle looks raked out more, but once the headset's in there, it'll be more in. But yeah, pretty sweet. Alright, checking on the dropouts. I just wanted to see, yeah, kind of like how they fit and just measure the distance between them. You can see there's kind of two sides. It actually goes on the inside. You can put it on the outside, I think, if you squash it, but I don't think it's made for that because I tried it on both sides and it fits way easier on one side. The other side, yeah, I feel like maybe they did that on purpose so you don't put it in. And then there's also a recess for the bolt. You can see in the frame for the bolt to go in, which makes me think it definitely goes on the inside. And then on the dropouts, they're the same. One side is flat, but the other side is recessed, so you can see which side the bolt goes in. So once you put on the inside, that notched out area goes on the inside. And then here, just measuring the dropouts. So yeah, just measuring best I can. 131.2. And then it's try to measure the inside a little bit. 131. So early 90s is 130, and then I think mid to late 90s is 135. So I honestly think it could fit both. I'll probably try to fit both when I build it. But yeah, a couple of millimeters doesn't really matter. And then I decided to put the geared dropouts on just to see if there's any difference. And then yeah, basically the same. It's 131.5, so probably best of both worlds. And then here, just measuring the restays, see how fat of a tire you can chuck in, and it ended up being 78 millimeters and about 3.0 inches, so you can probably fit a 2.8 tire in there depending. And then the top doesn't really matter as much once you measure the bottom, is about 84 or 3.3 inches. And then your seat tube is your standard size 27.0. I did chuck a seat post in there, just double check as well. And then the front is 79 millimeters or 3.1 inches. So yeah, I think 2.8 size overall. Bottom dropouts, front dropouts is 100 mil. Headset is 34 mil standard. Bottom bracket is 68 standard. So yeah, all in all, pretty much lines up with all the stuff that we like to use. And yeah, here just measuring the frame. So the head tube and the seat tube, they opted for a 72 degrees slope, and then the slope on the top tube is 3.4 degrees. So yeah, slightly upward sloping top tube. And then the TT is C to C is 56. If you extend the seat post up and measure from so it's horizontal, extend to the seat tube, it would be 57, the reach, and then this seat tube is 49 center to center. Chainstay is at 425 millimeters. And yeah, it's a chromo frame, chromo fork. I need to double check, but that's what I think it is. I think those are all the kind of measurements. If anyone else wants measurements, just let me know. Easy enough for me to measure up. But yeah, super hyped on the frame. Can't wait to build it up. I want to ask you guys, how should I build it up? How would you guys build it up? There's so many options here. But yeah, I will build it up soon, start gathering parts. Let me know what you guys think. And if you have any questions, let me know. Try to answer them as best I can. Big thank you to Magic Components and Crumbworks. I'll leave their details in the description or up on the screen. As always, thanks for watching. Hope you liked it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.